class. If my memory serves me right, I know I saw Delight very well. The picture stands out. It has been in my face since last week, and she's been the one that has spoken now. So I need another person to also give me an answer so that we can all be on the same page. I know we're a lot of persons in the class, and a lot of people are also asking questions. So this is my time to be sure that everything we thought was well assimilated, right? Yeah, so let's go on, please. So another person, please just give me a rundown of some of the things you think we did, anything that you feel like the light missed out on.
Yeah, this is Bukola Deniji.
Hi, Bukola.
Hello.
Yes,
Okay,
Bukola.
we also talk about different. We also talk about different platforms that we can do our adverts for our customers to patronize our business.
Okay, thank you, Bukola. Any other person, please? One last person. Preferably a gentleman this time around. One last person, please, so we roll.
Good morning, sir.
Nelson.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So we talked about, first of all, we talked about digital marketing and the promotional aspect of it, a traditional advertisement, and we also talked about competitors, which happens to be, we have indirect, direct, and the niche competitors, then substitute competitors. We also talked about I think we also talked about. Hello, sir, are you there? Can you hear me?
I'm here. I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, we also talked about Google Form, which happens to be a survey, how to create a survey, and we talked about how to start it and how to send it, and also how to prepare it. That was what we talked about.
All right, Nelson. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your input. Thank you, Nelson.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Hello, sir.
Good morning, Okot Steven.
We also talked about considerations to market online, whereby we look at one of them is who am I, what do I offer, where am I, why do I have to market online, and lastly we talk about who is my target market. Yeah, those are the considerations we have to look up to when we want to market online. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, guys. So I think that was everyone has said the themes that we discussed last time, and everyone has actually said exactly what it was, right? And said their bit. So we discussed quite a couple of things, which has been stated by the various speakers. I think about 4 persons have responded to what we discussed last time. So if I go to the chat section, I can see Young Noah wrote here that I talked about some considerations to marketing online, right? Before going online, we need to first know who we are, our plans, vision, and mission of the plans. Okay. All right. Yeah, so welcome to today's class anyways. Today we are going to continue from the last class. Nobody mentioned did anybody mention the different audience type? People have forgotten. I mentioned that right in the last class. Yeah, so I guess nobody mentioned that, but that's fine. All right, that's okay. Today I'll be sharing my screen as quickly as possible again so that we can all see my screen. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sure you can now see my screen. Did introduction to marketing. We discussed what digital marketing is at a very extensive length. We covered everything about the whole introduction to digital marketing. Not really all, but I mean most of the introduction was covered. And what digital marketing consists of, different marketing strategies, social media marketing. We talked about this. We then also discussed about the benefits of digital marketing, how it can benefit a business and a brand, how it can benefit you as a business, benefits any other person as a business or as a brand, right? We talked about the considerations to marketing online. So what are the things that you need to consider when you want to go online to market? What are the things you need to consider when you're deciding to venture into digital marketing, right? And we looked at the who am I, what do I offer, where am I, why do I have to market online, who are my target market? Because these considerations are very important for you to determine where you are going to stand in the market. Who am I involved? You having a clear understanding of your mission, vision, and value as a brand. What do I offer? Means that you need to consider your product or your service. You need to have a unique selling point that makes you stand out from the competitors. Where am I? You're understanding your position and that of your competitors in the market, having an insight into what your customers are doing and trying to do better, right? So where am I is like trying to understand your position. Where are you in the market? Where are your customers in the market? So that you know how to make your own market better, how to position yourself to become better at in the market, right? Now, why do I have to market online? Is that your why must be strong enough, right? So you need to a strong why to be able to keep you in business so that you do not fall off. Right? Challenges marketing online are very, very strong. Challenges marketing online are very, very solid. And with all of those challenges, right? Sometimes it can be very difficult pushing stuffs online, right? And then so that was one of it. And then why your target market? Yeah. So before I go on, I like to state this, please. The attendance is always shared at the end of the class. The attendance is at the end of the class, right? This is for those persons that will always be shouting about attendance, 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 attendance while the class is going on. Midway through the class, you're asking for attendance. Please, attendance is after the class. Once I am done, the admin will send the attendance link. Please, if your phone wants to die off, go and charge it now. Go and look for a power bank, please, because that was what we experienced last time. My phone will soon go off. My phone will soon die off. When are they sending the attendance? Please get prepared. Supercharge yourself. Charge your phone. Have your power bank by your side. Thank you. All right. Who are your target markets, right? And then we'll discuss who the target markets are. That you need to understand your target markets. Otherwise, you end up wasting your marketing effort, putting out things that are relevant to your audience, right? And then today, I think we didn't look at this, right? Today, we are going to look at this particular framework. We call it the See, Think, Do, Care framework, right? See, Think, Do, Care framework, okay? We can call it the stages of marketing online. I don't think I touched this in the last class. See, think, do, care. First of all, what do you see here? Right? What do you observe from this diagram that is displayed on my screen? What is your observation? What's the key thing that you can observe from this diagram that is displayed on the screen? Can you guys hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Yes,
Yes,
I can.
Okay, can I answer, sir?
Yes, you can.
Okay, it looks more like a funnel shape.
Okay. Yes, thank you. It looks like a funnel shape. Any other person with a different view?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
This is to me it just how I say summarizes the process of before starting or before inventing anything, before starting a business, before knowing what people want, then to the extent of the after service, the after sales service. The C represents you have to pay attention to your environment to know what the environment needs, know the problem of the environment, what you want to offer. Then you think about, how am I going to put this thing in place? Who am I going to sell to? All these things, how am I going to market my product? Is it going to fulfill the gap I want to fill? Then you have to outline all these, then you kick into action. You don't just start a business or start invent a product or something without going through this two processes. Then you do. The green part is now when you know if it is effective, if it is not effective. If it is effective, you continue, you proceed to bring the product into the market. And then after that, you don't just leave people. Marketing starts even before right from the inception of the idea till you continue to market your product. You continue to make your customer build more loyalty in your product. You continue to make your product available to people. You continue to build a relationship. That is where the customer relationship comes in. So I think that is all I can say about it.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so this is like the first speaker said, this is more like a funnel, right? Just like you also explained, I think there are a couple of things you also got right? This is like how you need to also market. Okay, now, if you look at it, and if you look at what it looks like, you can see that this is a funnel. And from this funnel, you can see, think, do, care, right? See, think, do, and care. So, invariably, what this means is from the funnel, right? We all know what a funnel looks like. A funnel is bigger at the top and smaller as it gets down. Where if you're pouring maybe water or you're pouring fuel or kerosene or whatever into the funnel, it's bigger at the top to accommodate, and then as it goes down, it gets smaller, right? Now this is like a funnel. It looks like this, and then we have it into different stages: the C stage, the think stage, the do case stage, and the care stage. Now the C stage is the very first stage of your marketing. The very first stage of putting out stuffs, contents, marketing, whatever, right? And it's bigger because at that stage, you are putting out stuff so that a lot of people are going to see your brand. It's more like the awareness stage. It's more like the educating stage of making people understand your brand, making people understand what your business stands for, making people understand what you are out for, the problem you are going to solve for them, how your product or your service is going to help them solve a problem, or how it's going to help them achieve a particular goal. Right? So that's the C stage, because these people are now out, they're looking at you, they are listening to you, they are hearing you, they are seeing a lot of contents popping into their faces day and night, educative content, educating them about, several things they need to understand. I'm telling them about their problems and how your brand can help them solve their problems. I think I mentioned different stages of audience. I don't think maybe I didn't mention it in this class. I'm going to mention it here now anyways. So that's the C stage, right? That's the C stage. Then if you look at it, it's bigger. It's bigger because at that stage, a lot of people are, in your phone, and a lot of people are seeing your product or your service. A lot of people are, having access to your product, seeing things. Then afterwards, there's now the think stage, and it gets smaller. Reason being that not everyone who sees your product, not everyone who sees who has gotten access to see your services or see the kind of services you offer, the kind of product that you're giving to them, will think about it, right? Now, the only persons who are going to think about it are people who are really, really interested in your product or your service, right? People who are really, really interested in your product or your service. Those are the people who are going to finally think about a solution that you're offering them, right? And it gets smaller, okay? And then after the think stage, we now have the do stage. Of course, that is the stage where they now decide to take action, They have seen, they have thought about it. Is this product worth it for me? That's the thinking stage. That's when they begin to ask themselves questions. Is this product worth it for me? Do I really need this product? Is it worth the price? Is it worth what they are saying? They begin to maybe do some findings and research. Okay, is this person legit? Right? Can they are they am I sure they can be able to solve my need? Okay, if I to place an order, will they actually deliver this to me? Will I get the delivery on time? They begin to consider all those, so many considerations. They begin to try to have some objections against patronizing or taking a step further. And then after the think stage is now the do stage. The do stage is where they now take action. They've seen enough, they've thought about it enough, and then now decided that, okay, I'm going to take action. Okay, this is the time for me to, make purchases. Time for me to okay, take the bold step and send this person a message, or call this person, or book a demo, or book a session, or whatever, right? And then they now begin to do what? They take action. That's the stage where they take action. That's the do stage. And you look at it, it gets smaller, because not everyone who thinks about it at the end of the day will buy. Some people will think about it, maybe one or two constraints will stop them from making a purchase or placing an order, or maybe it might be monetary constraints. Maybe they don't have enough money at the time. They don't have finances at the time. Maybe they've thought about it and it is not worth it for them. Maybe at the moment it's not their priority. So many of all of those stuffs that can hinder them. But then there are the few set of persons who will finally do what? Take action. So a large number of people will see your brand. A few number of people will think about it. A fewer number of people will then do what? Take action. And now those people who take action, the last stage is the care stage, which is the stage where you care for them. That's the stage where you now care for them. That's the stage where you now, you don't just sell and leave them to just, go their way. That's the stage where you begin to find out, okay, how are you doing? How's the product serving you? This product you bought from me, is it really serving you? Do you like it? Is there anything any challenge that you're experiencing with the product or the service? You try to care for them. From the care stage, you can upsell, you can sell them another product, right? Upselling, that means that you're selling them a product that can make the product that you've already sold to them get better, right? For instance, you're selling, what do I do now? What do I say? Let's say you sell supplement, but maybe you sell diabetic supplement, and then you sold the diabetic supplement to diabetic patients. The person is using that supplement, you're taking care of him. How is it doing? How's the drug doing? Do you see any improvement and stuff like that? And then you can now upsell, not immediately, right? Sometimes you have to do it like maybe after a few checkups. You can now upsell. That supplement was sold for you. If you buy this other one and take it with it together, it can help you, boost this, boost that, and boost that, right? And then you can upsell. You can also cross-sell. Cross-selling is selling another product entirely that doesn't really have any direct connection to the one you already sold, but then you're selling a different product. For instance, maybe you sell other stuffs online. Maybe you sold someone something, and then you can now sell them another product that can also help them, right, to achieve a certain goal, or solve a certain problem. So that's the care stage. That's the stage where you care for them. So we have the see, the think, the do, and the care. See, they've seen. The think, they're thinking about it. The do stage, and then the care stage. At the C stage, right, that's where you're putting out a lot of content. You're putting out a lot of things. You're educating them. You're telling them a lot of things, right? You're trying to make your branding in their face, right? And then get more people to do what? To know your brand, right? Now, after the C stage is the think stage. The think stage is where, at the think stage level, you need to, push out more things that will help cement the place of your brand in their hearts. How do I mean? Now, you know that they are thinking about it, so they are having objections. Those objections that they might possibly have, is this worth it for me? Right? At the think stage, you are putting out more content that will help to minimize those objections. Contents or things that will help to answer their questions that they will have. Okay, is this product worth it for me? You might be doing this, just doing it on a regular content, but you are actually answering the objections of someone somewhere, right, who is thinking about buying your product. Is this product worth it for me? And then you're telling them, yes, this product is worth it for you, because if you buy this product, you're going to benefit this, you're going to benefit that. This is how you're going to benefit. This is going to help you solve your problem immediately. These are the problems it can even help you solve in the future, if of course it does that, right? And then you can answer that objection. Is it worth it for me? Do I really need this at the time? You can be able to also answer that objection. Maybe you can even place an offer. Maybe it might be the time when you're doing an offer. Maybe someone is saying, I don't have enough money now. Let me just leave it. And then you're listening. He has been thinking about your product or service, and then your brand pops up in his face, and you're having an offer. Maybe you're giving a certain percent of discount, and the discount is too good to it's too good to turn down. The offer is too good to let go at the time, right? And then the person is like, whoa, I have to get this now. It's actually now or never, right? And then they are actually looking for a way to get a product, even if it means that they have to go and borrow money to get it at that particular point in time, because maybe you are giving them a price that they can never get again and they will never get elsewhere. That's like the thing stage where, you know, they are thinking about it, and then you're giving them more value to diminish their objections. And then there's the do stage where they now decide to take action. At that stage, right, you have to be everywhere. They don't have to look for you. At that stage, you have to be available. You have to be where they can find you, right? That's the stage where you have to be where they can find you. They don't have to look for you. If they are looking for you on Instagram, you need to be there. If they're looking for you on WhatsApp, or Facebook, wherever they're looking for you, you need to be available to answer their questions and you need to be there to be able to take care of them. The care stage, like I mentioned, they've taken action. You need to care for them. You need to, show them that you care. Show them that you were not just there for their money, right? But you also care after they have used your product. So many big brands do it. Even the big brands, they do it. Sometimes you see, I think the time I was using what my if you've not subscribed for a while, even Go TV, they will call you and say, hey, what happened? You've not subscribed in a while. Is there an issue? Is there a way we can help you and stuff like that, right? That's them showing care to me as their customer. All right. So Tolulope, your hand is up. Tolulope Abiodun. Are you there, Tolulope Abiodun? Do you want to ask a question or do I move on? Okay, the hand is down. All right, so that's the care stage, right? That's the stage where you care for your audience. Is there any question? Is there any question?
Yes, I have a question.
All right.
At the C stage, is it just only for mainly advertising the products you're trying to market? Like, is that mainly what is done at the C stage, or is there something else that is being done? I want to see if I understand it clearly.
So the C stage is the stage where the people are most likely going to see your product or your service, right? Whether by advertisement, whether by regular pushing, right? Regular contents. It's not as if I'm not saying that it's like a particular time or particular point in time. Different people will be at different stages at every point in time in your business. Some people will be at the think stage, while some people will be at the do stage, at the C stage, right? And your contents that you'll be pushing out will most likely be serving the both of them. For someone who is seeing the first time, you're telling him a product that he's hearing for the first time and he has a particular problem, right, that product can solve. At that point is at the C stage, he's seeing you for the first time, right, but your product will still help solve his problem. Then someone can be at the think stage and you're still showing someone that is at the C stage, the same content with the think stage person. While this person is seeing your product for the first time, that content is helping this other person validate his need to actually purchase your product, right? Then the do stage and the care stage are where is now a standalone, where the person must have sent you a message and then taking an action and become a customer, and then you reserve the right to now show them care when the time comes. Understand or understood?
Yes, thank you.
All right. Now that's this particular framework, right? Okay. So we also have the that's not written here. Right, we have the AIDA. I'm going to type it down in your, I'm sure some of us might know about this. I'm going to type it in the comment section. A stands for attention grabbing or attract. I stands for interests. D stands for desire. A stands for action. Now, this one, isn't it? This one is a different kind of framework, right? Okay, Moses is asking, is it possible not to follow the sequential order of these stages of online marketing? Is it possible not to follow the sequential order? When you say if it's not possible, if it's possible not to follow, I think I will say it is not, because it is not, because the people you're targeting or the audience that you're going to reaching out to will be at different stages of this particular funnel at different points in time. So you can't skip it, because before someone will send you a message that or before someone will send you a message that they want to make a purchase from you, they must have seen your product, right? And then they must have thought about it and be sure that, okay, they are ready for it. Even if it is somebody that is introducing them to the product, right? Even if it's somebody that is introducing them to the product, they must have, the person will say, I know somebody that does this, right? They will say, let me see. So they will see it, right? And then they will decide to think about it. Even if the thinking does not take time, maybe it's just within a twinkle of an eye, they still gave it a little thought. Okay, maybe the thought is that, okay, it's because it's this person that introduced it to me, so I'm going to take the action, right? They now took the action and then sent you a message, right? So one way or the other, you will always be in the same order. All right, let's go. Yeah, now I was trying to explain the AIDA framework, which is that attract, that's attention, interest, desire, and action. I just typed it down in your chat session. I'm going to type it again. So the A stands for attention. That means that you need to first of all grab the attention of people, right? Without grabbing the attention, there's nothing else you can do. So what does that mean? It means that whatever you're putting out has to capture the attention of people, right? Whatever you're putting out has to capture their attention, right? I want to give us an instance. For instance, most of us are on Instagram, right? And so many, the whole space is so saturated now. Everyone is creating content, everybody is doing one thing or the other, right? And you now have your Instagram feed where you can now scroll through. Now, the moment you go to Instagram, right, and you come across a video or a content, if it doesn't capture your attention, what do? You swipe, isn't it? You come across a video, you come across a content, you look at it, it doesn't capture your attention. The first thing you do is what? You swipe, because it did not grab your attention at all, right? So the very first thing is attention. If it's a written content, it has to be the headline. If it's a still graphics, it has to be the copy on the graphics, right? Is the copy attention grab? Is it grabbing your attention? Is it speaking to you? Is it speaking to the audience? So you need to first of all capture or grab the attention of people. You need to call out the attention of people, things that will make them stop, right? That will make them stop scrolling, pause their phones, and want to pay attention to what you are about to say. So that's the first things first. You need to grab attention. The next thing is interest. Now, after grabbing their attention, you need to also get their interest in the product or the thing that you're marketing, right? So I'll use the video again, for instance. Let's say you come across a comedy video, maybe from Sabinus or from Brainjota or from any of the online skit makers that we know about, right? And then first things first is I've captured your attention. Maybe capturing your attention now might just be because it is Sabinus, right? Maybe because it's Sabinus, because you already know him, or maybe because it's this one. So what if it is a seed maker that you don't, is not popular, right? First things first is that you need to capture your attention. You need to see this person, you need to see something that grabs your attention. Now, for the interest part, if something has grasped your attention, you now decided to watch it, right? At the end of the day, you are watching maybe the first 10 seconds. There's no interesting thing. It doesn't interest you. It looks as if, for instance, this morning I was going through a video. I was just on Facebook. I went to, I don't go to Facebook a lot, but I went to Facebook. I think I needed to check an account or something like that. I came across a video. First things I saw, one of this comedy video, I wanted to see. It first of all caught my attention. They said it's the soldier and the soldier and the statue, something. That's what I saw. And then I saw a soldier. He dropped his bread for a proposed statue that was standing, right? So first things first, he captured my attention. I was like, okay, what are these people trying to do? I then watched it. The first 10 seconds, I don't understand what they were doing. It was looking, like they don't even know what they are doing. I swiped. I left. Right? That's because now they could not get my interest. Right? So that's the second thing. After you've captured their attention, are you going to get them interested? Is there something that you're saying that is going to keep them interested? Are you giving them an offer that will keep them interested? Are you telling them a story that will keep them interested? If it's right, if it's a write-up, right? It can be a write-up. It can be a story, right? It can be, okay, you captured attention and then you're not telling them a story that will keep them interested. I want them to, continue to know or read your copy and stuff like that, or you have a video and there's an interesting offer that you're giving to them, right? So that's the second thing. Interest. Are they going to be interested? The third thing now is desire. Desire, which is the D. Desire is after they are interested, are they going to desire your product, right? Is your product worth it for them to desire? Is your service worth it for them to desire? Okay, you've captured attention. You've gotten them to be interested, right? Would they not desire your products? Are you giving them an offer that will make them say, okay, I want to buy this thing? Are you telling them something that will make them say, okay, I need to actually purchase or do this thing, right? So that's the desire, right? You've captured their attention, you've gotten their interest. Can you now make them desire your products? Can you make them desire your services? Would they want to, click on your link to take them to a page? Would they want to take an action, right? Then the last part, of course, is the action. So after they have desired your product and service, are they now going to take an action? Now, you can do all of the first three and get it right, but maybe the last one sometimes might not even be in your control, but it's still under your control. That's why you see brands will do money back guarantee, right? Because they've succeeded in capturing your attention. They've told you maybe a story or XYZ on how this solve other people's problem. They've showed you testimonials and stuff, right? You've captured their interest. Now the next thing is desire, right? Are you going to desire the product or the service, right? They made you do, you've seen so many things about the product, you've seen so many things about the service, you now desire it, right? And then the last part is to take action. Now the action part is where they can now say, okay, this person, because of the product, let's give them a guarantee, let's give them an offer, something that will make this person finally do what? Take action, right? So yeah, that's it, right? Attention, interest, desire, and action. That's the AIDA framework. Okay. I hope we understand this part as well. Now, I'm going to also explain one other thing. It's not on this slide. Now, there are different segments of your audience. There are different audience type. I think I didn't explain it in this class. There are different audience type. Now, there is the first audience type. It's usually divided into four. There's a first set of audience, which are the unaware audience. Now, the unaware audience are people who are not even aware that they have a problem, right? They're not aware that they have a problem. And once in a while, we are following into this audience type. You'll be asking yourself, how will you have a problem and you're not aware? I'm going to say, or how is something the problem and you're not aware? I'm going to say, let me give an instance, for an example. How many of us know Aproko Doctor? I'm sure most of us, especially those of us who are Nigerians, know Aproko Doctor, the popular Aproko Doctor on Instagram that always gives health tips and do's and don'ts in health niche and all of those stuff. Now, there was a time Aproko Doctor did the content and he said that this tweaking of neck, when you're tired and you want to stretch your body and then you are turning your neck left and right to make this crack sound, right? A local doctor said that it's dangerous, right? And that it can severe and damage the veins, that the veins on the neck are very light, tiny veins, tiny vessels rather, and then it can spoil, it can destroy them and, you know, have a lot of kind of negative effects. Right. And I never knew that this was a problem because I've always been doing it and I still even do it even after listening to that instruction. Those are sometimes it will not enter my head like, okay, you don't need to do this, right? But it was a problem, it has been a problem. And I never knew. At that point, I was in the unaware audience segment because I never even knew that turning my neck left and right is a problem. Right. I also saw another doctor too, that warned that the ear is not supposed to be cleaned. That we are not supposed to put anything in the ear. You know how we buy cotton bud and we start cleaning our ears that is dirty. That it is very wrong. That the ear is not supposed, that those things produced by the ear is ear wax and they are meant to protect our ears. And that you're putting something in your ear to clean it up. And it's very dangerous because even cleaning it up, the thing you're putting in your ear, just that cotton bud, which is a wool, you might end up leaving some particles of it in the ear, which might go on to have an adverse effect, right? And this is something that I have been doing since I was a child, cleaning my ear. At that point, I was also under the unaware audience. Florence, you did not agree with that one. Me, I don't agree too, but it's coming from a hair professional. I don't know, right? So at that point, I was an unaware audience. Sometimes there are people who you have come across cases that somebody was telling something, you never knew that it was a problem, right? But you've always had this thing, maybe you felt it was just normal, just like the two instances I just gave now. At that point, they are under the unaware audience segment type, right? Those people now need education, right? You're now educating them, right, about their problem, right? While also selling them your solution. That's the first segment. Now, the second segment are the problem aware, solution unaware. Problem aware, but solution unaware. Now, these guys or this set of people know that they have a problem, right? I'm aware that I have a problem. I'm aware that this thing is a problem to me. But I do not know the solution to use. That's the second set of audience. You know you have a problem, but you do not know the solution to use to solve your problem. So at that point in time, that set of people are the problem aware, solution unaware audience because they have left the unaware level. They know they have a problem, but they do not know which solution to use. That's the second set. Now we have the third segment. The third segment are the problem aware and solution aware, right? Problem aware, solution aware, but they don't know the proper solution to use. So this set, they know they have a problem. They know there's a solution. They know there are multiple solutions, but they do not know which particular solution that they should use to solve their problem, right? Now, this set of people, they already know, okay, this is my problem, or they already know, there are so many solutions, right? They already know that, okay, if I need to solve this case, I can go to this place, there are these ones, there are this one, there are so many options, right? And everybody's telling them, so there are so many noise. Now, they know that all of these options are available at their disposal, but they do not know which is the particular option that they should use. Right? So your job is to make them believe and understand that you are the main solution for them. You are the perfect solution that can actually solve their problem. Right? And that involves doing what others are not doing, having a unique selling point or unique selling proposition that makes you stand out. Right? And that's the third set of audience. And now we have the fourth set, who are the last set of audience and like the most difficult set of people to sell to, right? These people are problem aware, multiple solution aware, multiple solution tried, right? And so they have given up. Or will I say they now have a very strong bias towards the solution. Let me break it down. This last set of audience, right? They know there is a problem. They know they have a problem. They know there's a solution. They know there are multiple solutions. They have tried multiple solutions, right? So what are you telling them that you're saying that your own is the best? Why should they believe that yours is the best? Why should they believe that your solution is the one that will solve their problem, right? Because they have tried many ones in the past. They have tried, they have eaten their money, they have spent money, they have done this, they have done that. No solution, right? So your job is going to be more difficult with this set of persons. And that's where you now see people now do all those their money back guarantee, right? Because they are now sure that their own solution is the solid one. Okay. We know that you have tried XYZ, XYZ, and it didn't work, right? But yeah, we are telling you that ours will work, and this is why. We are going to sell this product to you, and we are giving you 100% money back guarantee. If you take the product or the service and it doesn't work, you bring it back, right? You bring it back. Yeah, that's know about, right? I think I've mentioned a couple of things, right? We'll mention a couple of audience from this because things because these are like the foundational things you need to know to market online can be learned at any time, right? You can always learn how to use the tools. You can always, go online and learn how to use any tool, how to go through and navigate anything. But the main thing is understanding how to psychology to be able to get better, because you can have it, but you do not know how to actually get of them. Every time they have to do this, do it, you might not get results because you don't really know the nitty-gritty of how to do these things. Some of you have it at the back of your mind before you start. Any question?
No, for now. All right.
Yes, Friday. Okay, your hand is up. Hello, Friday, your hand is up. Friday, okay. Friday doesn't seem to be available. Oh, Godwin, Stephen.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Hi.
Good morning, sir. Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Me, sir. Can you hear me?
Who is speaking, please?
Hello, good afternoon. Can you hear me? Good morning.
Good morning, Friday. Your network seems to be very bad.
All right.
I can barely make out Friday. You're speaking. I can't hear you. You might want to log out and join again and try again. Onu Godwin Stephen, yeah.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir. I've been asking in the chat if there was a previous slide before this one because I came in a bit late.
There was not.
Okay, sir. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Network is me out. Yeah. Hi guys, can you hear me? The network is has been throwing me out. I don't know why.
Yes, sir, we can hear you.
Right. Let me share my screen. Right. So we're heading straight to social media marketing, which is one of the digital marketing strategies, the first of its kind, that we'll be touching, right? I'm sure you can see my screen. So what is social media marketing? Sure, I should have asked that question before I did my slide. What is social media marketing? To you, give me a definition.
So, good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
I
I can hear
think
you.
okay. I think social media marketing is basically using the social media apps, the Snapchat, TikTok, and others to basically advertise your product and using media content to showcase what your product can do. Yeah, that's like my basic understanding of it.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Mark. Digital marketing is a product or service using digital technology via the internet, social
media,
and as digital medium.
I asked for social media marketing, Maruf. You're defining digital marketing.
Good morning, sir.
So,
Morning, Stephen. Go on, Stephen.
Okay, sir. All right. So for me, social media marketing is the use of social media platforms and social media tools to drive customers to your product and services.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, good morning once again, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Okay, for me, social media marketing is the creation of content for different social media platforms to use them to drive engagement and promote the business or product online.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you guys for your definitions and your contributions towards answering that question. So I'm going to go straight into my slide. Yeah, you're all correct. Social media marketing, from my definition here, from the chat, Mikus Daniel Lucky says social media marketing is the use of social media, Facebook, Instagram, etc. to sell and buy products. Yes, thank you, Mikus Daniel. So social media marketing here says it involves using social networks to build brand awareness, to increase conversions, and to drive traffic. Right? It uses social media apps as its marketing tool to achieve business goals. So social media marketing involves using social networks to build brand awareness, to increase conversions, and to drive traffic. It involves using social media networks, right? First things first is to build brand awareness. When we say you're building brand awareness, it means you want more people to know about the brand, right? You want to spread your brand wings far and wide for more people to see your brand, more people to know about your brand, more people to be aware of your brand. And one of the best ways or easiest ways that can be done is via social media marketing, which I mean, that's already shown a track record of doing that so far, right? Then the second thing is that it helps to increase conversions. Conversions being that you want to, convert people from fans to paying customers, right? Convert people to, dole out their hard-earned money to buy a product or service that you offer. And then the third thing is that it drives traffic. You can use social media marketing to drive traffic. Driving traffic where you're taking people from social media platforms, which of course are the social media networks, to a different platform altogether. So you're taking traffic. So for instance, you have a website, you want to drive traffic, you're taking people from social media down to your website. What you've simply done is you have simply taken traffic from social media to your website, right? Now, social media marketing uses social media apps as its own marketing tool to achieve business goals. And of course, we know that the social media apps is what is being used, right, to achieve all of these business goals. Now, remember the three things I mentioned. You can use it to build brand awareness, you can use it to increase conversions, and you can use it to drive traffic, right? Like these are some of the three main things that social media apps or social media marketing can actually help you do. Now, Social media marketing goals include the following. One, to increase brand awareness. I mentioned that, right? You want to increase brand awareness. You want more people to know about your brand. You want your brand to be, or your business to be everywhere, right? You want people to, have your brand, your business to have visibility for more people to see your business, right? The second one is to drive traffic, which I've also mentioned, taking people from one source to another source, taking people from social media to your website, taking people from social media to a landing page. So you're using it to drive traffic, right, to your website, especially. So you're taking them to somewhere else. Then we then have to increase revenue. So at the end of the day, you're doing business to make money and to generate revenue. Social media marketing can help you increase your revenue because the more people interact with your business, the more you get to, have more brand interaction, have more people pay for things. That means you're generating revenue, right? So if you're putting in, let's say, XYZ amount of money to maybe do your social media marketing, you're expecting that, okay, at the end of the day, you should be able to generate some amount of money, right, to be able to stay in business. So social media marketing can help you increase your revenue. Right. Yeah, so that's it, right? I think there's a question. Question there, Friday. So let me just quickly answer that question in the chat section. Regards the type of audience we just looked at, the kind of audience that knows he has a problem but don't have the solution, and you come in to solve the problem, but then that audience is now taking charge of the process, like trying show up using the solution you offer to him. I don't understand this question. Let me read it again. Regards the type of audience we just looked at, a kind of audience that knows he has a problem but doesn't have the solution. That's the problem aware, solution unaware. And you are coming in, or you coming in to solve the problem, but then that audience is now taking charge of the process, like trying show up using the solution. I don't understand. Sorry, I don't understand that question towards the end is, I don't understand. Maybe you might have to explain, or maybe you might want to unmute and explain. Friday. Okay. Show off. What does it mean by show off? But that others is now taking charge, like trying to show off. What do you mean by show off?
Hello, can you hear me now, sir? Is the network better?
Yes, Friday, very much better.
All right. So what I was asking is this. Now, a client, he has a problem, and then you coming in to solve this particular problem for him. And then during the course of you solving the problem, he's now giving you options in whatever you're doing. For instance, you have a problem on on the chat stage, it does not know how to do it.
I can't hear you anymore. I don't know if you guys heard him, but the network on my end, though. Is anybody hearing him? No. Can anyone hear him, please?
No.
Okay. I think your network is kind of bad.
The network is breaking.
Yeah, his network is actually breaking, and it's making it very difficult for me to hear him. So, maybe you might have to find a where there's a good network and then come back and explain that question
So,
to me.
so please, can you just type it maybe, or how can we do to also get what you are talking about?
Okay. All right. So I'm waiting. I'll wait on Friday to maybe get his things right and then come back with that question. So yeah, the next thing is that I just want to increase revenue. Then the next one is to boost engagement. So you want to use your social media to boost engagement. Engagement being that you want more people to engage with your brand, you want more people to engage with your business. Even big brands now are looking for engagement. They want to engage with their customers. They want okay. They want people to engage with their product or their service. They want people to, you want people to engage. Of course, engagement helps you because the more people engage with your product, the more maybe comments and likes that you get, the more the algorithm of the social media platform sees your content as something that's good. I'm sure all the algorithm of every platform, that's how they work. The more a content gets engagement, the more they show it to other people, right? Because they feel like it is not relevant. So if you are having an engagement, the tendency of your content reaching more people, right, even without you running ads, is very high, right? Very, very high. So you need engagement as well. And then you need the next thing, another thing is to build a community around your business, right? The community of people, the community of close pals, the community of people that share the same sentiments with your business, people that share the same ideologies. They want to. You have a community of people that whenever you have something, they are there and available to patronize you, or they are available to even tell other people about your product or your service without you to push them or ask. Marcus Daniel, please mute your mic. Yoruba. Marcus Daniel, mute your mic. I'm going to mute you now. Now, I've said community around your business. Next is to offer effective customer service. Remember, social media marketing can help you offer effective customer service because of recent times, it's easier for people to reach out to brands or businesses on social media and make complaints than start trying to pay them a visit or sending them an email. Social media is like the fastest way that you can actually, reach out to a support team and get, get effective customer service, right? Because anybody can now go to, if you look at even banks, you can simply go to, I can't remember the last time I visited a bank. So anytime I have issues, maybe I transferred money, the money didn't go through, someone sent me money, the money didn't come through, I can simply go to the social media account of the bank, to the customer representative and lay my complaint. And if it's something they can easily solve, they immediately, log it in and they solve it and give me the number of days. Of course, mostly it's maximum of 7 working days. And then my money or whatever issue will be resolved, right? And now it makes it easier. Before, you have to start paying transport to the bank, going to sit down and waiting for customer care on that long queue. Now, the only thing you can solve online is maybe those other critical elements that might need you to maybe do some documentation or do some verification. You might have to now pay a bank visit. So what we are saying is it can be used to offer effective customer service even for your own business, right? People can send you messages and tell you what's wrong, and then you can also use it to show your care to your customers. Now, it's increases mentions. Increasing mentions mean, when as a brand, if you've ever been online, I mean, you always be online. If I say if you ever, sorry about that. Now, there was a day I was online on Twitter precisely. I was following Kemi Adetiba. Kemi Adetiba is one of the big producers in Nigeria. She produced King of Boys. I think she produces and directs as well. she directs more, right? And then she directed King of Boys, one of the very popular movies and series that we've seen in our time. That was very interesting. So she did something, and she was asking a simple question: where can I get this particular kind of thing within this location, right? And then people started dropping names of brands as mentions at this. Ma, try at this. Have you tried at this brand? At this particular brand can help you solve your problem. You know, people started mentioning different brands. That's the mentions we're talking about. They're mentioning these brands. These brands are not in the room. These brands probably don't even have any idea that Kemi Adetiba posted something like that. But then they were mentioned, and most likely she will pick maybe one or two persons that she might want to try out. And before you know it, they've gotten a paying customer, right? So it helps you increase mentions. It increases your social, it helps you increase brand awareness, helps you drive traffic, helps you increase revenue, helps you boost engagement, helps you build a community around your business, offer effective customer service, and also increase mentions. Let's move further. Now, what are the social media platforms? Social media platforms that we know. Of course, these are like some of them, not all, are some of the most popular social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is now called X, formerly called Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Reddit, Snapchat, WeChat, and WhatsApp. Right? Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Reddit, Snapchat, WeChat. And these are some of the most popular platforms. There are many of them. There are so many others, but that are not listed here. There is so many others. There are Quora, there's a host of them, right? And these are some of the social media platforms that that we know about and are very popular. So I'm just going to say a few things about some of them. Facebook is a social media platform that, yes, although these days is not populated with a lot of Gen Zs, a lot of Gen Zs do not like Facebook, but of course, Facebook is a platform that thrives a lot. And I'm going to just say a few things about some of these platforms. Like I said, Facebook is a platform that thrives a lot on emotions. So if you go to Facebook, just try and pay attention to the kind of things you see on Facebook. You see a lot of stories, right? Stories about this, stories about that, stories about this. Those stories thrive a lot on Facebook.
We can't hear you anymore.
Sorry, yeah. So Facebook is a platform that thrives on emotions, right? People are emotional on Facebook. Facebook people like emotional stuff. They want to hear stories. If you go to Facebook, you're going to see a lot of stories that sell there, right? If you're very good at storytelling, you're going to make it a lot on Facebook. Of course, storytelling works every other place, especially Facebook and Twitter as well. It works as well, right? Facebook, yeah, that's one of its is very strong characteristics. Instagram is for high quality pictures and videos, right? That's what Instagram is mostly for. Instagram is for high quality pictures and videos, right? The IG lifestyle. Then we have Twitter or X rather. X is more of a controversial platform. I will call it that way. It's controversial, but I mean, for a business person, you don't want to join the whole controversy. But of course, X is a place where you can also thrive, right? By selling intelligently, right? Joining intelligent conversations. I mean, depends on your brand as well. So that's
We can't hear you again.
You can't hear me.
We can hear you, sir. We can hear you.
We can hear you, sir. Go ahead.
So X is a platform that is more of controversy. Like I said, it's a controversial platform. You know, you are never right on that platform. No one is ever right on X, that's formerly called Twitter, right? But that notwithstanding, right, is a place where I mean you can always sell, right? And as a business person, definitely you don't want to join the whole controversy, but you need to join some intelligent conversations because there are a lot of intelligent conversations that go on X, right? So you need to join some of those intelligent conversations and sell quite intelligently, right?
Can't hear you again. Oh.
Right. So that's for X. Right. Then there's YouTube, of course. We know YouTube is for short video content. It's for video content. If I say short video content, YouTube is for video content, right? So you can definitely find all kind of videos on YouTube, from music to learning materials to all of those stuff. Like these three are the major things I really want to talk about. LinkedIn, we all know that LinkedIn is, highly professional for professional people who are trying to thrive in a professional space. There are a lot of decision makers from different brands and companies, CEOs, and all of those kind of people. They are there. So LinkedIn is more of a professional space. So if you're selling a professional service, then LinkedIn is actually a very good place for you. Yeah, I think those are like the main ones that I could talk about. The rest, of course, are quite simple, and TikTok is, now short videos and all of those. Now, I would like to say something. I wanted to say this. I'm going to say it. About so we're still going to mention it when we are going forward, when we look forward, when we move to the next place. But the first things first is that there's nothing new, right? If you want to create content, you want to grow your brand, you want to do any of those stuff, I remember one thing, that look for what is working and try to implement it, right? Just try to make it original, try to make it your own, try to make it unique, but look for what is working and run with it, right? It's good to be innovative, it's good to be creative, but be creative with what is already working and what is already broke. Don't try to reinvent the whole wheel, right? Because what is working for someone, or someone is implementing a particular strategy and it is working, it means that there's something that they are doing right. So you need to also find a way to implement that strategy, but make it your own, right? Copy, paste, and tweak. Tweak it to make it your own, tweak it to make it original, tweak it to make it more unique to your own brand or your own business, right? And you work. Now, the reason I mentioned this is, let's look at these platforms: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok. Now, let's look at these platforms. All of these platforms, there's one common thing there's one thing that is now common amongst them, right? And that is short videos. Short videos. Now, which of the platforms do you think initially had short videos as their own main their own main way of marketing or serving their audience? That started with short videos as their own main way of serving their audience. Which do you think it is? Anybody?
TikTok.
TikTok. Okay, TikTok. Idowu Moses says Instagram. Okay, Instagram, Moses Lekon. Okay. Yes, for those that said TikTok, you are very correct. It's TikTok, right? TikTok started with short videos. They had short videos as their main, way of pushing out to their audience and stuff, right? TikTok. And the other platform saw that this thing is really working, especially Instagram and Facebook, being Meta. They saw that this thing is working. It started having a lot of, most of these platforms are in the US, so they always start from the US market. They do all of the analysis from the US market before they take it down to other parts of the world, like ours. Now, these platforms began to grow, especially with the younger generation of people, the people who are most likely who most likely use social media networks the most, like we call them the Gen Zs, right? Now, this platform saw that TikTok was having a lot of customers, a lot of people were creating more TikTok accounts, a lot of people wanted to watch more short video content. So they had to implement it in their own, but they gave it their own unique name, right? Now, Instagram called their own Instagram Reels. Right? YouTube called their own YouTube Shorts. Instagram and Facebook Reels. YouTube called the YouTube Shorts. So you can watch short videos, short videos on YouTube, right? Now you have the opportunity to watch short videos on YouTube because YouTube just recently implemented their own last year because they saw that this thing is working. The attention span of people is dropping. People are now more intended or look out more for short videos or short content, short things that they can just, spend a few minutes to see off than wanting to watch something that is very long. So they now introduce it because people just want to watch and swipe and watch the next one and swipe and watch the next one and swipe, right? So the essence of saying this is that you see that these platforms, as big as they are, they copied what is working, they implemented it in their own and made it original. And that's some advice I'm giving, right? Look for what is working, look for what has worked, and then just find a way to implement it and make it more original to yourself as a business, right? That's what I'm going to say on that. I'll move forward. Now, creating a social media strategy. What's a social media strategy? A social media strategy is a summary of everything that you plan to do and achieve using social media for your business, right? It guides your processes and your actions on social media. So what's the things you want to achieve? What are the things you plan to do to achieve using your social media for your business? That's why you need the social media strategy. That's why you need the social media strategy to guide those processes, to guide your actions, and to ensure that you take the right actions to achieve certain business goals and objectives. Now let's look at some of how to create a social media strategy. Right? Now, how to create a social media strategy. Number one is that you need to set SMART goals. And we know the acronym SMART. S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R for relevant, and then T for time bound. Right? So you need to set SMART goals. SMART goals are aligned with your business objectives, goals that are specific, goals that are measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Now, specific. Your specific is there's a specific thing you want to achieve using the social media platform. Okay, I am looking to achieve this with this particular platform. You are being specific. Okay, I want to grow my Instagram followers. I'm looking to grow my Instagram followers. That's specific. You know that is what you want to achieve with this particular platform, right? Okay. Now, the next thing is measurable, which is the M. Can you measure it? Is this something you can measure, right? How many followers do you want to grow? Something you can measure. Okay, I want to grow my social media, my Instagram followers. How do you want to grow it? Is it going to be a measurable thing? Okay, now you can say, I want to grow it by 1,000 followers or 500 followers in 1 month. It's specific, right? It's measurable now. You want to grow it and you have a number that you can measure, right? So that's it. The next is achievable. Is it achievable? The goal you're setting, is it going to be achievable? Can you achieve it within the time frame that you're setting, right? Or I want to grow my social media followers by 5,000 followers or 10,000 followers in 1 month. That's, my friend, might not be achievable, right? So you need to set a goal that is achievable. Next is relevant. Is it relevant to your business? Is it relevant? What's the relevance of your goal, right? Now, I want to grow my social media platform by so number of followers. Is it relevant? Yes, it is. Why is it relevant? Because if I grow my followers, I'll most likely have more engagement and my content will most likely reach out to more people. So that's relevant, right? And it will, of course, bring in more customers to my business. And then the last is time bound. Time bound is, of course, having a time frame so that while you are measuring your goal, right, while you're trying to achieve your goal, you have a time frame or you have a time and you have a target that you're looking at saying, okay, within this time frame, this is what I want to achieve. So your goal can be, I want to grow my Instagram followers by 500. I want to grow my Instagram followers to 500 followers by the end of the month, by 31st of August or by 15th of September. That's a time frame. You've already given the time frame, right? So you already know that, okay, this is achievable within this time frame. And it is relevant to my business because it will help me get more engagement. I'll put my brand in the faces of more people and make me make more money because I'll get more customers, right? So that's a SMART goal. That's number one. Number two, you need to learn and understand all about your audience, right? Everything about your audience, you need to learn and understand it. What are your audience looking out for? What do they like? What do they not like? What kind of content do you want to put for them? Right? You want people that buy from you. How do they buy from you? And all of those questions that needs to be answered. Okay. The next is to know and study your competition. We mentioned this. There's always competition. So you need to know your competitors. Who are your competitor brands? Right? Who's competing with me? I mentioned the 3 types of competition on Tuesday. Right? Who are your competitors? How are they competing with you? How do you now know what they are doing? So you have to study them so that you can be able to know them and you can be able to see how you can do better than them, or at least get to their level, right? If they are far away or ahead of you. So you need to know your competition and you need to study your competition. Next is to do a social media audit, right? Check out your social media. What are the things that's going on around social media, right? What are the trending things on social media at the moment? What do I need to improve and all of this stuff, right? Now, the next thing is I mentioned strategies 1, 2, 3, 4. Next one is to set up social media accounts and optimize your profiles. Set up a social media account and optimize your profiles. Create your Facebook social media account. Optimizing your profiles, we are simply saying have a consistent username, have a consistent profile picture, have a consistent bio, and have a profile that stands out to people, right? I don't want to have you don't want to have a business and I'm looking for you on Instagram. I'm seeing your username or I'm seeing your business as at so and so store that sells this one, that one, that one, that one. Let's say footwear, you sell footwears, wristwatches, hairbands. Same username, same business, different profile picture. Maybe the profile picture is the profile picture of a different logo or stuff. And then I go to Twitter or X and I want to look for your business and I look for the same username. It is still you. And then I'm seeing different things altogether. That's not optimized. I will not take you seriously, right? So as a customer. So you want to set up a social media account and optimize your profile. So optimize your profile means a consistent username across board if you are going to go across different platforms. So if your username is chief or this at so and so business, it should also be the same username on Instagram. It should be the same username across board so that if I want to find you, it's going to be easy to find you, right? If your profile picture or your profile picture, your DP is your business logo, the same color of logo that I should see. Let's say your business has different variations of logo, white, blue, black. And on your Instagram, you now have a white logo. On your Facebook page, you now have a blue logo. And on your Instagram page, you have maybe your LinkedIn or Twitter, you have a black logo. It doesn't tell good of you as a brand. So if your logo is, you have 3 variations and you decided to use blue logo for your brand, it should be consistent across board. Then your bio is now that short message about what you do as a brand or as a business. It needs to be optimized, right? It needs to be consistent. You have a consistent word that you're saying, right? If you're speaking this language on Instagram, you're also speaking the same language on Twitter, right? Your bio also has to be consistent. These are things when we say have a consistent bio and a consistent username. If you have your phones close to you, you can go and check out PiggyVest. I always like using PiggyVest for an instance. If you check out PiggyVest on Instagram, check out PiggyVest on IG, check out PiggyVest on Twitter, you will see that they are very, very consistent. They're very, very consistent. Their username is the same on Twitter and on Instagram. Their username is the same on IG. Their username is also the same on every other platform that they have, right? They also have a consistent bio. They also have a consistent profile picture. That's why we say optimize your profiles. It's very important. It's very, very important that you do that, right? You can check out that platform. You can check out PiggyVest, right? If you're close to your smartphone or you have access, you can write it down and maybe check it out later. But that's what I mean by optimizing your profiles, right? So that your users don't get confused when they try to visit your brand at any point in time. Okay. So yeah. Now the next thing is to draw inspiration from other businesses. I mentioned this already. I've already said it. What is working? Like what are other people doing that is working? Draw inspiration from other businesses. Listen to it. There is businesses. That means there's a plural, right? If you take from different sources and put in your own and make it your own, it works as more original than taking from just one source. So look at other businesses, what are they doing, right? And try to, tap from different sources to put into your own business and see how it pans out for you, right? And so draw inspiration from other businesses. That's very important. The next is to determine the right content mix suitable for your brand and audience. Now, determine the right content mix means what kind of contents do you want to be pushing out, right? What kind of contents will you think that your audience will like to be seeing the most, right? So for the rule of thumb being what is actually applicable, which of course is not like a laid down principle on stone, it can always be flexible, is that you post certain or three major type of content. One, informational content, educational contents, educational so informational content, promotional content, that is to promote your brand, right? And entertaining content, right? So you have the promotional content where you are promoting your brand, you're promoting product or services, you're promoting the business. That's promotional. Then you have educational content. Educational content is where you are educating, your users. You're educating your audience on your product or your service. You're educating your audience on what they need to do to be able to, get out of a certain situation or achieve a certain goal. That's educational content. That's what people mostly want to even look at. That's what makes you stand out as an authority in your niche. Because imagine coming to a particular page and maybe you're telling me one thing about something. Today you're telling me one thing about that thing. Tomorrow you're telling me another thing. A lot of new discoveries that I've never known before, maybe about something I've been using for probably a couple of times or a couple of years, or a couple of months, and you're giving me instructions or telling me, oh, you should be educated on this thing. I'll take you more seriously. I'll see you as an authority in your niche, right? And I'll most likely trust you when I have a problem that I need you to solve. So that's educational content. And then we have entertaining content where you want to entertain your audience, right? Because of course you don't always want to be boring. So sometimes you need to educate them. Sometimes they need to be happy. So sometimes you need to use memes and all those kind of things that will make the audience to be happy, right? So I've just mentioned two types of content: promotional content, educational content, and entertaining content, right? So yeah, those three. There are others, right? There are others like professional content, right? There are personal content. Personal content is like showing your face, adding a face to the brand, showing that the brand also has a business part of it, a people and culture content, more or less. Yeah, you're saying, okay, this is my business. It's not me, or it's not just me that's running it. I have staff, and my staff are happy. Oh, this is my business. I'm a person behind it, and this is how we make things happen in the business. So that's like personal content, right? A professional content, like, oh, you want to be a professional, you want to stand out. That's of course for the kind of niche that you have. But then you need to determine what do your audience wants, because you are doing it for your audience, not for yourself. We are in business because of your customers, right? Not because of yourself. Not just to satisfy yourself, but to satisfy your customers. So you want to pay attention to all of these things, right? And then the next is to create a social media content calendar. A social media content calendar will guide you on the things you need to push out on a daily basis or on a weekly basis based off your content calendar, right? It helps you, stay guided. It helps you stay in line. It helps you stay on track. Just be sure the content calendar. Then the next thing there is to evaluate and adjust your strategy regularly. So it's not a laid down principle on stone strategy. It's not a must that the things you started with is what you run with to the end. No, You can always, tweak your strategy. What is this one is not working? Let's try a different strategy. Okay, this one is not working. Let's try a different strategy, right? So let me quickly see if I can see a content calendar so that I can show you what like a content calendar looks like. It can be written in different formats and written in different ways, right? Just a moment. So this is like an assignment I give to my students, one of my classes, and I think I like this particular content calendar, so I'm going to show it to you guys, so we can all see what this content calendar looks like. I think that's a content calendar. Yeah, I'm going to share the screen. Yeah, so you can see my screen, right? So like I said, the content calendar is very important. It helps you know what you want to push out per day and how you should be able to, address your content to your audience so that you are not running helter-skelter or running out of content. You like probably have planned ahead of time because maybe there are days that your creative juices are not working. There are days that you need to push out something, but you are not ready for it. Your body is not just in book. With the content calendar, you already have all of these things planned out. You probably have taken your time to prepare them ahead of time and kept, right? So you just simply go to the content calendar. Okay, what am I posting today? Okay, today I'm posting this particular stuff. I'm going to do this. And then you are now using that processes to run your business without just out of the blue, you're just trying to, just push something and create all the time. Right? It might be burning out. So this is like an example of a content calendar. This one, of course, like I said, is like an assignment I give out. And this is what they created. Here is a 30-day content social media content calendar for a grocery store. And this person listed some of the things that she invested in the calendar. So for the first day of the month, which is of course the very first day of the month, there is a new month post that she's introducing a new month offer, which is going to be an image. For the second day, is going to be arrival of a new food item. You see the kind of content and the content type and the purpose, right? And prepare a new recipe that was prepared using one of the products. Is it going to be a video slash video educative content? Right, so you can see what this looks like, right? You can see how this guy is processed. This is day one, from day 1 to day 30. Right now, it's not a must that you have to, push out content every day. You might burn out, right? If you cannot do it every day, that's fine. You can choose days of the week you can. If it's 4 days per week, that's okay. If it's 5 days per week, that's okay. If it's 3 days per week, that's okay as well, right? But you have a consistency and you have a strict timeline that you're following. And saying, okay, I'm going to be pushing this out today. Okay, tomorrow I'm going to be posting my team, sorting out their orders. So I must have prepared the reel already and kept. Oh, okay. Next tomorrow I'm going to post a new recipe with my products. You must have prepared the video already and kept it, right? So that this content calendar helps to guide you on what you need to push out. Let me show us another pattern of a content calendar, a different one altogether. So let me look for another content calendar. Okay, so where is that content? Just hold on just a moment. I'm going. This one. Yeah, so this is like this is of course a different way that I also took towards the action of writing my content. You can see the month of June, week 1, the days, the design content. When I say design content, yeah, what that means is if of course it's mostly graphics. So what's the designer is going to put on the design, what's the content they're going to write on the design graphic, and then the caption slash the copy, right? So of June, these are the things I'm going to post 5 days a week. I'm going to post a design content that has this designer must have seen the design ahead of time, the content ahead of time, gone back, designed them across board, and stored them on my drive. So what I just do is I simply go pick the design, pick the caption, and go and post it. Makes my life easier, makes my work easier rather than trying to wrap my brain all at the same time. So it also helps to, guide your processes, guide the kind of contents you put out. Okay, this is what is going out today, this is what will most likely go out tomorrow. Now, like I said, there are times that you might have twitches, you might have tweaks, right? It's not like you must follow this very strictly. Okay. Some things might happen along the way. You might need to change your content. You might need to, jump on a trend, right? And do something really quickly while you can also make out the trend. You might choose to, have a break or something, right? But then you already know you have an established way that you want to be pushing out your content. So this is like an example of a content calendar. This is like the design content or whatever will be on the creative. This is like a video of a dangling chain, and then this is the content that comes along with it. Yeah, same with this one and this one as well. Okay, so you need to also have this in mind that you most likely need a content calendar to be able to streamline your processes and to be able to help you work better as a business person. Right, so this is one example. Okay, it's imperative that you also have yours. You can see here Friday there's a meme, and then there's the content that will go with the meme. So you can also do, or you can do it this way. This way means that you have to create the copy and the captions yourself after you already know the kind of content you want to create for this one. Now, let's say, for instance, you decide that you want to create you want to post a testimonial. Let's say you want to post a video, a photo like this, 5 things you didn't know about a particular food item, right? And then it's an educative content, definitely. Let's say it's a carousel, right? A photo, a pictures. So you have your maybe your graphic designer, and then you now have to come up with the content that is going to accompany this particular thing, right? Let's say a post appreciating your customers, you also come up with the content for it. So either of them flies, either of them goes very, very well. Right, and I already said that you have to evaluate your strategies regularly and try to look for what is working, and everything that is not working, do what you try to change it, you try to adjust it so that you can be able to meet up with the whole different challenges of the social media platforms. Is there any question? Okay, no question, I guess. All right. So we practically understand this. So let's email marketing. Now we are going to see, I mean, some of us might be conversant with it, but then we are going to look at Meta. And what is Meta? Meta is, of course, the parent company of Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Thread, right? And before they became Meta, it was just Facebook. So Mark Zuckerberg, being the owner, had just Facebook. And that was the only app then, right? But along the line, he needed to introduce Meta because they had Instagram. He bought Instagram. He then also bought WhatsApp. So they needed to integrate them into a singular name. So Meta is just like the parent company of all the other platforms that I just mentioned. Just like saying Dangote, right? And then we have Dangote cement, Dangote flour, Dangote salt, Dangote this, Dangote that, all of them all under Dangote group of companies, right? And you have sub products or sub companies under a particular company. That's how the Meta is. Right? But we're going to start with Facebook, because Facebook is like their pioneer platform. It's a very pioneer of other platforms. It's like the leading amongst them. So our Facebook account and a Facebook business page, you more or less will be very, very restricted or can't really do much when you're trying to use the Meta Business Suite. So let's look at Facebook. Let's start with Facebook. Of course, you have a Facebook account, which I'm very conversant. Most of us we have a Facebook account to be able to log into Facebook. Yeah. So this is Facebook, right? Motivation. Your biggest fear might become your biggest asset. Sometimes blah, 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 blah. All right, so this is Facebook. Definitely, this is of course my own Facebook account. This is my own Facebook account, and because this is my Facebook account, right? I have logged in already. Definitely, you should also have a Facebook account, and you should be able to log into your Facebook account, right? And we're not looking at Facebook account as in general. We're trying to look at business page, because after you have a Facebook account, you need to have a business page, right? That is where you do most of your businesses, right? So if you have a Facebook account and a business page, you cannot create a Facebook business page without having a Facebook account, right? But when you create your page acts as a standalone from your account. What do I mean? If you post something on your page, for instance, I have access to quite a couple of pages, which you can see here. If I click on this, you can see a number of pages that I have, and some of them are just test pages. What I'm saying, if you probably have a business and you have a business page on Facebook and you want to, promote your product or service on Facebook, and you have, of course, you created your Facebook business page with your Facebook account, right? If you put out something via your page, for instance, if I put out something via this particular page called Eco Crib, right? If I put out something via that page called Eco Crib, the only thing that you will see as a user or a follower of that page, you will see it as the business that posted it, being Eco Crib, right? You will not know who is behind posting it, okay? But I am the one posting it. So, but you will not know that I am the one posting it. What you just be seeing is this business page posted this particular thing. Why I'm saying this is that it's to stress the point that there's always that there's that division between your Facebook page and your Facebook account. There's that boundary, right, that exists. So whatever you do on your account does not reflect on your page, and whatever you do on your page does not also reflect on your account, right? But you must have an account to be able to create a page. And also, right, I don't your account can reflect on your page, whatever you do on your page also reflect on your account. But there are certain things that you will do, certain actions that you will take, that like maybe running an ad that is against their ad policies and stuff. They will not just bring down your let's say your ad account and your Facebook page, they might also bring down the account, right? So you have to always be very careful when it comes to that aspect. But like I said, you need to have a business page to be able to run on Facebook. So now this is my own Facebook account, and you can see a couple of pages I have here. And now I'm going to show us just a step to create a page, which is very easy. And you can create as many pages as you want, as many pages as possible. Creating a page is not difficult. Creating a page is like the simplest thing you can do, because it's not even a long step, right? I'm going to show us how, but I'm not going to create a page per se, because I already have about 2 or 3 test pages here that are invalid because they're not working. I don't want to add more to that, right? So let's go here. If you want to create your Facebook page, you come here, down here, this place where we have, just like we try to access that of Google. I remember when we accessed our Google Forms, that's the same place we went to, right, on Google. But And this time around, right, is from Facebook. Click on this. And then we come down to pages. You can see events, friends, groups, connect. I think there's a question. My screen is static. Please, can you see my screen? What can you see on my screen? Is it Facebook you can see? Can you see my mouse screen? Onu Godwin, does Facebook turn someone's? Guys, can you see my screen? Architect Fortunate Mbakwe says she can always see the wrapper.
I can see the mouse moving.
Okay, thank you. Just want to be sure. Okay, does Facebook turn someone's account to a page automatically? It will still be an account, but when you reach a maximum, I think a certain number of followers on a certain number of friends, right? They no longer add them as friends, but as followers. It doesn't mean that the page has been converted to the account has been converted to a page, right? It's still an account, but you've gotten to a very large number of friends, so they now convert it to followers. I think that can also be set by people as well, right? Yeah. Okay, so if you can see my mouse, right, you can see where I went. So I'm going to close this back. So this is like a Facebook page. So let me scroll out of the wrappers because she said she's only seen the wrapper. So let me go so she can see. Yeah, so I'm sure you can see something else. A cake. If you can see a cake, let me know. So I'll now click here on the menu. That's the menu. And then it's going to open different stuff, events, friends, groups, news feed, feeds, pages, and all of those stuff. So what I want to do now is I want to go to pages, right? And then I'll go to pages, and it's going to the pages that I manage. You can see here pages you manage as pages I have access to. Either I created them myself or someone gave me access to them. And you can see a couple of them here. Right? So these are test pages. A test page is a test page. I just created it in classes like this. They are not active. Let's just see test page. Right. So if you want to create a new page, definitely you just simply go down to create new profile or page. And you click there. And they are asking, do you want to create a new personal profile? A personal profile now is more like, now we have just not usually this is new, right? So before, if you want to create a new profile, like a new, that's like creating a new account, a new Facebook profile, like a new account, you have to go and open it somewhere else and create it. But now you can actually create a new profile here, right? It's going to give you a different name. It's going to give you a different profile. You're going to see a different feed altogether, like brand new, right? But if you want to create a page, which of course is for a business, you can see it's even indicated, grow as a business, creator or organization, get advanced professional tools, assign access to others. While for profile, you're only getting a new name and feed, you're only choosing who you connect with, right? So let's just click on this, which is of course a public page. Then you click on next. Right, so you're saying create a page to engage new customers and fans, use advanced professional tools. Yeah, create a page. So I'll just click on get started. And the first things first is that you're required to put your page name. You can always change this, but that might be a lot later. I'm going to show us how to change a page name just in case you decide to change your page name, right? And let's say your page name, yeah, that's the very first thing, and it's always required, it's compulsory, so you have to put your page name. So let's say the page name, let's assume we want to choose a page name and we call it YTP page, or let's call it YTP business. That's the page name. Okay, and then the art category is required. So what's the category of your business? They want to know what business do you do? What category does your business fall under? You can see the name is available, so you can see it's in green. So first things first is you want to know what your business falls under, which can be easily done. Once you search, you're going to see options. The moment you type in, you're going to see options. So for instance, if I say my business, YTP business is a, I say digital marketing agency, I will see digital creator, just digital creator. You can see social media agency, computer company, this and that and that and that. So I can simply choose social media agency. If I'm doing different business, maybe I'm into therapy and stuff. I just type therapy. You can see therapist, sex therapist, massage therapist, physical therapist, marriage therapist, over-the-counter medications, right? And you can choose more than one. Right? So maybe I choose one therapist, and I choose the next one, massage therapist. I choose massage therapist. I saw health and spa. I decided to choose health. So this is like choosing different categories. You can add more, right? So I can add more gift and consignments for that. Definitely. Because your page can have between 1 and 3. Okay, that's like 3. Okay, maximum of 3 categories that you can select from. Okay, and then you have your bio. The bio is optional because you can always do that later. You can always do that later. So you can decide to write it now, or you decide to write it later. And once you're done putting all of this information, you just simply click on create page, and automatically your page will be created. Right? Like I said, I already have pages that I've created that I'm not using. But this is just the page to create a page. This is just the steps to create a page. Once you do all of us, you put your page name, you put the category. You can decide to write a bio now, or you write your bio later. But of course, your bio has to be something that talks about your business, short and straight to the point, right? And then you create your page. I'm gonna go back. So for instance, the whole pages I already have. I already left that place. So I'm going to use one page I already have because I created it just like this. I'll click on this page, right? And once you create your page, this is what it will look like, right? And now I'll be required to switch into the page so that I can be able to manage it. Notice something. If you have access to which you are the one that created your page, you're going to see, look and see here, the professional dashboard that was promised to us is not showing. The insight is showing. Boosting posts is not showing. Settings is not showing. But a couple of things are not showing because I have not switched into the page to manage the page. I've not switched into the page to manage the page. So first things first is that I have to switch into this page to manage the page on Facebook. So I'll click on switch now. Right now, switch into the page. After creating your page and switch into the page, your page will most likely appear like this. Right, you see certain action items that they will ask you to take. Right, for example, they will show you the health of your page. How healthy is your page? Right, for this one now, the page health is good. Right, compared with similar pages with high engagement, it's just good. Right, you can see things that you can do to make it better. If I click on see more, you can see out of the 14 steps that I've completed 7 steps, so I need to complete 7 steps to actually make this page, better. I need to add a profile picture, which has not been added. I need to add a cover photo, which is that photo at the back. I need to provide info and preferences. I need to link my WhatsApp. I need to connect my Instagram, add an action button, link to my website, right? You can see and introduce my page to other people. So these are actions that you need to take, and you most likely see it, and it would be deleted after created. Yes, it can. I'm coming to that. Right. So yeah, this is how you can, start setting up your page, right? You put in now you can see a link to your WhatsApp account. So if you want to link to your business WhatsApp account so that people can be able to send you messages directly from your page to your business, that's the place. Right, that's the place, right? If you want to connect your Instagram, which of course is very advisable if you have an Instagram account and you connect it with of course, the Instagram account has to be like the same business. right? It's the same business name and stuff. You connect it to your Facebook page. Then you do all the introduction, you fill all of this, put in your bio, and then make a post. You can also invite friends to follow your account. Right? If I go to followers, you can see I don't have any followers at the moment, because like I said, it's a new page. No artists to follow and all of those stuff. Like I'm not following anything, and nothing's following me as well. So I can my friends. I click on invite friends. I can switch into my normal profile, which is my own account, and I can send invites to my friends to follow my account, right? I'll send an invite to them for them to follow this page. So that you can also do the same thing as the very first step to grow your page. So this is the page, right? These are the things you need to look at and look out for. Yeah. So the next thing I will do now, someone was asking me, so if you can delete the page, that's what I'm going to show you next. So after all your editing, you can edit your page. If I click on edit, you can see I can add a profile picture, I can add my cover photo, which is that photo at the back, add my bio, right? I should edit my about info, okay? You can add all of these things and get the page working, which of course is advisable. You just play around and begin to add all of those things. You can see photos, nothing has been posted yet. No post has also been made either, right? So if you don't see your link, connect your Instagram profile or link your WhatsApp here, you might not find it here. You simply go over to the left hand of your screen where you have all of these things. If you're using a laptop, right, you can go there to the left hand side of your screen and you can go to settings. And if you go to settings, you scroll down and you go to linked accounts under permissions. Go to permissions, under permissions, you go to linked accounts, click on linked accounts, and you can see here, you can connect your Instagram and your WhatsApp. If you want to connect your Instagram account, you simply click on view, right? It's going to show you connect accounts. No Instagram account connected, you click on connect accounts, then you click on connect. It's going to open up another window, direct you to Instagram, right? Allow access to Instagram messages in the inbox. I'll just click on confirm, and then it directs you to another page. So sometimes this link get broken, sometimes, right? But most times it opens up now. You see it has opened up. So you just have to log into that Instagram account. Of course, you must have access to the Instagram account, and it should also be an Instagram account that is about this business, right? So that it's easier for you to link up. You do what? Log into that Instagram account. The moment you put in the username and the password, you click on your login, and you're good to go. Right, so Instagram account will be linked to your Facebook page, right? And then you can take any other action you need to take. Right, that's for Instagram account. You can also link your WhatsApp account. Same thing. Just click on view. WhatsApp, you need to put the WhatsApp phone number. They'll send you a WhatsApp code. For example, I put the WhatsApp. If I put the number, I'll click on send WhatsApp code, and they'll send me a WhatsApp code on my WhatsApp. And then I'll input the code, right? And then your WhatsApp will be connected to your page. Now, under the settings, which of course we are still on settings, what happens when you link your account together? What happens when you link your account together means you can be able to manage your both accounts simultaneously without switching into the pages differently, right? So you can be able to post across board. You can be able to post something on your Instagram and it will reflect on your Facebook page without you having to go to Facebook to make the same post. Right? You can also decide to post on Facebook and it will reflect on Instagram. You can now also confidently use them on Meta Business Suite to run your ads conveniently, right? Conveniently on Meta Business Suite. We are going to look at that in a bit. Let's just take it one step at a time. So let's go here. Let's go to the settings. We are still under settings. Now for settings, I've showed you what linked account is, apps and websites, external websites. All Facebook activity is what is happening, how does your page do outside of Facebook, right? Like where does your page link to outside of Facebook? If you have ever had any of Facebook activity, you'll be able to see it there. There's ads payment, which will direct us to Meta Business Suite. So let's look at page details, if we click on page details, and then it's going to open up all your page details for you, which of course is the things you'll always see from the very first page of the screen. The page details is just going to take you straight back to somewhere that looks like home, and the page details from your category of your business, like social media agency, which we choose here. So if I click on this, I can add another one. Right. So yeah, that's for page details. Now let's go back to settings. I'll click on settings. I'll go to, oh, these ones are easy, right? How people find and contact you, post, stories. Now page. Now this is the page setup, right? This is where you now things about your page, right? For instance, under this setup, if it's okay, you're doing what's my Facebook page handle is different from my Instagram. Are they doing? Are you the same business? That's the main thing. If it's the same business that has the same, it's always advisable you have the same name there, right? But if it's the same business, which of course, like I said, it has to be consistent across board. If it is not the same, you're not doing the same business, it's a completely different thing altogether. Don't mess yourself. Don't link it. Just, but if it's the same business, you're doing the same business, you have some level of consistency, go same bio, same profile picture, please link it. All right. Now for the page setup, so I'll come, you can see page name there. I'll click on view and I can change my page name. So you can see from Digitest, if I click on edit, I see page name, but they have been warned that if you change your name on Facebook, you cannot change it again for the next 60 days. Right. So if you change it, if you say you want to change your Facebook page name, you can come here, change it to the name you want to change it to, ask them to review the change, and you're good to go. Right. And then you can also add a username if you need that, right? You can add a username to the page. For most times, Facebook page works mostly with the page name, because if someone searches for the page name, they automatically see the page. Page setup, that's changing of the page. Right. So yeah, I want to go back to the page setup. Yeah, page setup. Now, next thing I want to show us is page access, which is here. Let's give this a shot. Now, if you click on page access, that is where you can give people access to co-manage your page with you. Now, for instance, you're a business owner, right? You won't have the time to always manage your page on your own. You won't have the time to always look at your page, right? You won't have the time to do a lot of things on your page. So you manage your page. You have a co-founder, it's a business that you are too good at the business, both of you need to have access, but one person has to, be the person to create it, and that was you, right? You can simply come here. You can see here people with task access. You can see here people with Facebook access, right? And people with task access. I'm going to start with task access before I go to Facebook access. Let's start with task access before I go to Facebook access. Now, if I chat with people with task access, I'll click on add new, right? Now, giving someone task access, it simply means that you're giving somebody task to do. What that means is that anything you tell the person to do, that's what they'll be able to do on the page. Whatever you they will know it, right? They will have to do it. So if I say I'm only giving you the task to be able to post content on my page, post content, manage content, delete content, that's the only thing you'll be able to do on my business page. You'll be able to do any other task aside. You cannot switch into my page on Facebook, just like I did now. Remember, when we tried to log in, when we came to the page, it was showing the page, but I couldn't see any of those professional stuff because I wasn't switched into the page. Now, someone who has task access cannot switch in. Have to use tools like Business Suite or Creator Studio. These two. Next thing I will do is I will type in the username that person or the email of the person, right? It makes it easier. You know who you want to, grant access. I can simply type this name. So I don't have any account. Then I'll click this. I want to give Ikechika Divine task access. So I want to give him task access. Now look at the task available: content, messages and calls, community activity, ads, insights. Now if I toggle content on, I'm simply saying that I'm giving him task access or the right to be able to post content, manage content, or delete posts, stories, and more. Anything that has to do with content on my page. Invariably, that's the only thing you'll be able to do. And you will have to do it via Meta Business Suite or Creator Studio on this Facebook page. That's the only access I'm giving to him. If I turn that off and I decide to click on messages and calls, it means I'm only asking him to, receive messages and calls, respond to messages and stuff as my page. The next one is community activity. Community activity is I want him to be able to review and respond to comments, remove unwanted comments, and report any activity as my page, right? So I'm simply saying that review, comment, go to my page. You can go to my page. You can look at comments that people have commented. You can respond to their comments. You can remove any unwanted comments that you don't find that is not okay. And you can also report activity. So invariably, the only thing he'll be able to do is to manage my community activities. Now I can decide to turn more than one action on. Invariably, I'm saying, okay, you can carry out these 3 tasks on my page only. But you can still switch into the page. You must still access it via Meta Business Suite. Now, I will go to ads. If I toggle ads on, right? Ads, I'm telling him that, okay, you'll be able to run ad on my page. You have the right to run ads. You have the right to create ads. You have the right to look at the insight of the ad, to delete the ad, and stuff like that, right? So these are like task access. You can decide to give him all the access to all the tasks. But what that means is, what this simply means, or what I'm saying is that yes, you can do all of these things, but you cannot switch into my page because you don't have what we call Facebook access, which was formerly called partial access, right? Now there's ads and insights. So I can ads, you can still turn off one, maybe only for him to give ad to create ads, but you cannot see insights. You can turn off the 2, you can turn on this one. So it just depends on who, on who the person is, and right. So that's for task access. So if I toggle all of these things on, I'll just simply click on give access. And if I click on give access, right, I'll have to enter my Facebook password to confirm. And when I confirm, it's going to give him a notification, receive a notification on his Facebook account or an email that he has been granted task access to manage my Facebook page. So that's for task access. Now I'm going away from task access. I'm going to Facebook access. Now you can see at the top, people with Facebook access, only me, because I have access to the account. Now Facebook access, and I'll click on this. All right, what can you do? This is me. I have full control to create content, to send messages and calls, community activity, ads. I have full control over this page, which means I can manage everything about the page. I can give access to other people. I can remove anybody from the page or anything I want to do on the page. So I'll click on add new for people with Facebook access. And you can see for Facebook access, simply means that I can switch into the page and manage it directly on Facebook. Like I just switched into it and I'm managing it directly from Facebook, right? I'm managing it directly from Facebook now, right? So they're simply saying I can switch into the page and manage it directly on Facebook, or by using other tools like Meta Business Suite or Creator Studio. Now remember, task access, the person cannot switch directly to Facebook and manage it directly on Facebook. The person can only use other tools like Creator Studio and Meta Business Suite. But me, I can use those other tools and I can still switch into the page. Now, any action I take as this page, including ads or checking into a location, may be visible to anybody else who manages the page, right? That's the next thing. The next is that anybody with access, anybody that has access to this page will also have a shared experience, which means they will also see the kind of feed I see from the page, the notification for the page, right? And however, each admin will only see as are personalized to them. Yeah, that's a different thing altogether. So let's just focus on this one. So if I want to give someone Facebook access, I'll click on this and I'll type the name again. So we'll still go with that same name. Let's say I'm using this name. I want you to pay attention. Now with Facebook access, this guy can manage the following. He can create, manage or delete posts, stories, and more as this page. He can send and respond to direct messages. You can see that I don't have to tick all of this now because it's Facebook access. All of these are automatically turned on. He can review and respond to comments, remove unwanted comments, and report activity. All of those things that I had to toggle on before, right? Now I'm not toggling it on. Same with ads, right? Same with insights as well, right? So that is for, so if I want to give him access for all of those stuffs now, I don't need to start turning them on. I'll just simply click on give access. And then I'll be required to put in my password, right? And then we roll. Now, pay attention to this last thing at the bottom. Allow this person to have full control. This is different from all of this other one, right? What I'm saying, what this is simply saying, say allow full control. I'm simply saying that I want to give this guy access to everything about my page, right? You're giving access to him for everything. And everything includes all of these things: content, messages, calls, community activity, ads, insights. Also, I'm saying that I'm giving him access to be able to add anybody to the page and remove anybody from the page. So he will have the same right as me, that is the owner of the page. He will have the right to add an admin. He will have the right to remove an admin. He can also remove me, that owns the page. He can also delete the page if he doesn't want the page to be active anymore. So for this full access or full control, you have to be, very careful. If you are giving access to someone or you're giving full control, you have to be careful, right? Do you want to give this person full control? Do you have control over this person? Are you sure this person will not, backstab you? Maybe at the end of the day, you guys fell out of business or had an issue or the other, right? Maybe one thing or the other happened, and the person decides to back out of the relationship. And if the person is a crazy person, some people do not respect boundaries and certain things when they have issues with people, and then the person decides to go crazy and decides to come to your page and say, okay, I'm going to deal with you, and goes and start deleting your pages, removing people and all of those kind of things, and turning the page to something else. That's very unhealthy, right? So you want to be sure that whoever you are giving full access to your page or full control, right, will not, you actually know that, okay, this person is a very good person, all those kind of things. Because the person can remove anybody, including you, the owner of the page. And Facebook will do nothing about it because they warned you, right? And you gave him full control. You can see there's a warning here. So it's not as if you did not know. You were warned, and then you give the person full control. So if the person takes you out of the page, you automatically lose that page. So imagine having a page that you've grown to a very large amount of, a large extent, and then someone removes you from the page after you've grown it to a very large extent. So if you want to give full control, you also can give full control, and then you give access just like normal. You put in your Facebook password, and then the person will be granted full access and full control to the page, right? So that is for giving access to people. I hope you understand this. I know I took my time to explain it, so please, I hope you understand what I have just said, right? So these are all these things are under page setup. Remember, under page setup, you have the name, you have the page access. Now there's page management history, where you can see the history of people who have managed this page with you, right? That's a very simple thing. Now there's also the page status, where you can see if your page is going against any community standard and policies, if your page has any restrictions, right? You can go to page status. I can be able to see it. Yeah, page recommendation status, you can see people that have recommended your page, or your page has been recommended to, right? Advanced messaging is, having some advanced messaging settings. Like you can see these are messenger apps like Messenger and Instagram Receiver, right? You can set those up, but that is a little more technical and you might not really need it at the moment. Data sharing, issue or electoral politics or ads, financial services, branded content. So these are when you want to declare your page. Does your business, you want to share your business activities with Meta to improve ads? So if you share all these things, they can be able to improve your ad for you, right? They can know what kind of ad you want to run. Are you running an ad that has to do with this, right? These are mostly for ads. It's all about on page details. Now a page setup rather. So let's go to access and control. Someone asked if you can delete your page after you've created. Yes, when you go to access and control is under on settings. Of course, after you click settings, there's preferences, there's audience and visibility, there is payments, there's permissions, and then there's your information. Access and control is under your information. So if I go to access and control, if I click on access and control, it says deactivating or deleting your Facebook page. Now, this is if you want to know, delete your page or take a break from the page. Now, there's deactivate page. The activate page is meaning that you are temporarily deactivating the page. Okay, I want to retain my Facebook page name. I want to retain everything on the page, the photos, the whole thing. I'm overwhelmed. I'm tired. I'm traveling. I might not be able to manage the page again. I don't have anybody I trust. I can't do this business at the moment. Let me pause and come back later. You can simply deactivate your page for temporary reasons, right? Everything you have, right? Your page will be disabled, your name and photos will be removed from most things you've shared, right? So the things you have shared to people that they've seen it, most of those things will be removed, but your page will be still intact, your page name will be intact. Then there's delete page. When someone asks about if you can delete your page after creating it, this is where you go. Now, this is when you want to permanently delete the page. You are tired, you don't want to deal anything with this page again. This will be able to retrieve the content or information you share on Facebook. Right? So if someone wants to delete the comment, right? So you can now, permanently delete your page if you want to delete your page from here, right? Of course, whatever makes you delete the page has to be very, very, you have to have a very good reason for taking that particular action. So let's go back. And I think that's much of the things I would like to show you on this particular place. I showed you how to link accounts. I showed you how to delete page. All these ones are very simple. Activity log is to see your activities as a page, the insights, what your page has been doing, how it's doing. Access and control, we just saw it. Access your information is mostly your information. You can also download your information, right? And then what else? Ads payment. Yeah, we don't want to look at it here. We'll look at it. Of course, if you see redirect us, you can ask payments, it will take us back into Meta Business Suite. So there's no need to even open it yet. Then audience and visibility, page details, to see about the page, how people find you. Right. And then okay. So these are basically the things you need to know about this page. You can see blocking. I can block somebody and block any profile that is giving you headache. You don't like the way they interact with your content, right? So many people are not scared to use the block button anymore. And there's stories. You can post stories. You can post reels. You can do your posts. You can help people find, contact you, page details, and all. Notifications, reaction preferences, media, dark mode, these ones, of course. You like light mode, you can change it to light mode. Yeah, like dark mode, accessibility, media, and all. Right? So I think this is the most thing you can see. Remember, the first things first, you have to create your Facebook page. After creating your Facebook page, you have to set it up by following their steps. They will give you the steps, the things you need to do from your bio to pictures to content to address to even links to other platform, whatever, right? You'll be given a guide, right? And then after doing that, you can now come and start setting all these up that I have shown us. Okay. Is there any question? Any question? Are we all following?
Yes, sir. We are following.
Yes, sir.
We're getting you, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take a break just so we can assimilate the ones we have taken in. Can be a lot. So let's take a break. We're going to come back by, this is 12:32. We're coming back by 1:05. Yeah, let's just say 1:05 here. 5 minutes past 1.
Is there any refreshment for the break, or we should just go and stretch our bodies and come back?
I'm not stretch your body. You can take your refreshment. Of course, the refreshment is in your hands at the moment, so you can kind of stretch your body. Refreshment. And decide to send me refreshment, so I'll be happy, right? And then we can go send by 1:05. Please, I said this in the morning. I'm going to say it again for people that are shouting about attendance link. Attendance link is always at the end of the class. Attendance is at the end of the class. So you have to stay to the end of the class for us to ascertain that you actually participated in the class before you finally get to sign the attendance. If your phone wants to off, go and look for power bank. Or if it offs, you can go and rest. Please, attendance at the end of the class. Thank you, guys. See you at 1:05. Stretch your legs.
1:05. All right, thank you, sir.
Please, I have a question. Not really a question. When the links to the previous classes, where can we get them, please?
They will be shared to you by the admin.
All right. At the end of the session or the classes or what?
Sorry?
I said, is it at the end of this program, or when do we have to get them?
100% certain. I will have that conversation with the admin, and she will relate to you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
So should we log out for the break, Abby? Can log out
You
for
can
the break now.
You can stay on. You can stay on. If you can also log out and come back in, no problem. If you can stay on, no problem. However you choose to do it, but I would advise you stay on. Just keep your mics mute, please, so that you know. All right, I will stop sharing my screen now, and I will also post the recording. Post the recording now. Just cancel it. Business.facebook.com. That's the URL. Remember. Now, you can click on notifications. You can see that there are no notifications for this particular page because it's been long that it was active. Right now, let me switch to a page that is currently active with current postings currently going on. Let's see. Let's look at this one. I see that this page is active. I want to show us the notifications. Facebook and Instagram connected together. Take note. Now, can you see that I can see all my notifications on this page? Right? You can see both Facebook notifications and Instagram notifications together. This is Instagram, this is Facebook. So I don't have to go to my Facebook and go to my Instagram to check for notifications. I can simply come to my Better Business Suite and I'm going to see all of them from here. I can also see my messages from here. You can say I mark all of them as read. I can filter, right? I can see only Facebook. I can see only Instagram. Or you can see some preferences that you can set up, right? So let's leave that. Now this is the home. Right, you can create your post simply from here. If I click on create post, I can create my post from here. But before I do that, let me just show us just other things on the left hand side. Now your notifications, you can see your inbox from here. Now you can see, sorry, I'm not supposed to see this message. You can see both Facebook, you can see all, that's all the inbox, right? You can see all messages. You can see both Instagram and Facebook messages all here. Instagram and Messenger. You can see only Instagram message here, right? You can see only Facebook Messenger plus Facebook. Then there's WhatsApp new. Of course, WhatsApp is not connected. So if you connect your WhatsApp, you can even see your WhatsApp messages, right? You can see Facebook comments, you can see Instagram comments. So if I click on Instagram comments, you can see Instagram comments, right?
How did you spend your weekend?
That's a video that was posted, right? So I'm going to post that. Okay. Now that's a comment on Instagram. If I also go to Facebook, you can also see some comments, right? You can see comments. Okay. So you can see all of those things directly from your Meta Business Suite. Now let's go to content. My content. Under the content, under the left-hand side still, I've showed you notifications, I've showed you inbox. Now you can see content. You can see all the contents that have been posted, right, alongside the analytics. You can see here the content that was posted, the number of reach it got, the number of people who reacted, right, to the content. Of course, they are all organic. You can see this one got the highest number of reach so far, 148. A new month's content, so 138. So the content started having good number of reach from here. Right. So you can see the contents, right? You can see contents from here. Or you can see stories. If you have stories, that's post and reels, that's post and videos. Let me look at stories. There are currently no new stories. You can even see your Instagram highlights. If you have an account that has an Instagram highlights, you can see your Instagram highlights just like I have here, right? You can see your A/B tests. A/B test is you're trying to test two contents against each other. Like you're trying to test content A against content B, content B against content A. That's maybe two posts with different write-ups and captions, or different different stuff just like that, right? That's for A/B test. Then there's feed and grid, where I can see my feed, right? How the thing will look, how your feed looks like, right? See what your feed looks like. Which is my grid. Now you see all the content. You're not going to put it in a grid format. Your feed is how it appears single in an account, right? Your mentions and tags, you can see them here. Clips. No, there's no clips, right? It's not doing this data range. Just by stream, there's Facebook activities. Now there are some of these things you can see here, like content, right? Now let's go to planner. What's the planner? The planner is where you can plan your contents ahead of time. Remember, we mentioned that we mentioned earlier that you need to have a content calendar that can help you and guide you with how you'll be pushing out your contents online. Now, these guys already have a Meta Business Suite, has what they call their own Meta Business Suite planner. What this planner does for you is that it helps you to create your content ahead of time, right? And shoot them ahead of time. For instance, if I want to schedule my content now, for instance, let's say I have a content calendar. I've already written content, so I've already drafted my content, prepare my video, prepare whatever I want to prepare, and I want to shoot the content live, let's say tomorrow, Friday, or let's say Saturday. Today, they're telling me my Instagram followers will be more active at 3 p.m. Of course, they give recommendations, but it's not all the time their recommendations are proper, right? So let's say I want to put out a content, I want to put it out on Saturday, 17th. I'll go to Saturday 17th, I'll click on it. Now you can see, schedule your post for the times when your audience is most active, or manually select the dates in the future to publish your posts. Now let's say Saturday is August 17th, 10 a.m. I want to post my post on Facebook by 10 a.m. on Saturday. I also want to post it on Instagram at 10 a.m. Now I can change the time, right? I can decide to say, okay, Saturday, I don't want to post by 10 a.m. on Facebook. I want to post Facebook earlier. Let's say I want to post Facebook 8 a.m. and I want to post on my Instagram account by 10 a.m. I can still change these settings later on. Now click on save. And if I click on save, I can now start posting. Now note, if you also want to switch from one page, maybe You want to post on only one page. You don't want to post on your Facebook page and your Instagram at the same time. Or you want to put on only Facebook, you want to post on Instagram. You want to post on only Instagram, you don't want to post on Facebook. You simply come here to the top, you click on this drop down, then you turn off the one you do not want. You can see now I've turned off Facebook. Invariably, I'm posting to only Instagram. Now, if I say I want to post to only Facebook, I don't want to post to Instagram, I'll turn off Instagram, right? And I'll be able to post to only Facebook. So I'm going to turn this on for both. I want to post on the two platforms. I'll just leave the both of them on, right? And then I will click here. Then I will go to media, which is where you now put out the photo. What picture do you want to post, right? What do you want to post? Is it a video? Is it a photo? Already, since you are posting on both Instagram and Facebook, they've already given you a warning. And of course, if you are very conversant with Instagram, you will know that you can't post more than 10 photos at once on Instagram. If you are doing a carousel, right? I used to see people on Facebook, if they do wedding, they will snap pick the whole album from their wedding and they'll post it on Facebook. And somebody can put like 25 pictures, 30 pictures, 40 pictures of his wedding or anything, right? But Instagram is limited. Instagram, you can only post 10. So you have to choose only 10 of your best, 10 of the best and post, because that's the highest you can post at a time on IG, maximum. And so they're telling you here that even if you add more photos, let's say for instance, you pick more than 10 photos, only 10 will go to Instagram, right? Probably the first 10, and the rest will only come to Facebook page. So you want to take note of that, right? So now I want to add a photo. I don't have a video to add. You can add a video if you have a video. So I'm going to go to my desktop. And I'll look for a photo. So let's say I want to post this. Of these guys. So let me say I want to post this November flyer design sample. Yeah. So let's say I want to post this design, right? And I want to post it on my post platforms. You can see here, I've just put it out. That's how it's going to appear on Facebook. If I want to add more pictures, I'll just simply click on upload from desktop. I'll go back to add photo. I'll add more pictures. So I can decide to add more. Okay, so I've chosen two photos now. Now let's say I want to shoot two photos, two pictures. If I want to shoot only one, I'll just simply delete one. Right now, you can see the preview. This is how it's going to look like on Facebook. If I click on this and I change it to Instagram feed preview, this is how it's going to look like on Instagram. And on Instagram, of course, you can always slide. It's going to be a carousel on Instagram. You can see how Instagram looks like. While Facebook is, Facebook puts it in a grid format where you're going to see everything together. If we add more now, you see some will be tinier and some, right? But Instagram, you just know what to slide to the next content that you want to see. Right? So, okay, so yeah, if you want to make that post, now we've seen our preview. Now we can go back to Facebook preview. We can now see what the preview will look like on mobile phone. So let's see if that is going to appear. What is going to look like on a mobile. Doesn't want to show up, but yeah, definitely you can always see. Right now, we've picked two photos. We can add more. But remember, Instagram does not exceed 10. Okay, this is how it's going to appear on a photo on Facebook, on a smartphone. This is how it's going to appear on a smartphone on IG, Instagram. Now, You can add more photos, like I said, but Instagram does not accept more than 10. Add your text that should go with it. So maybe I can say, we are not yet in November. Let me welcome you over to November. Welcome to the month of November. Experience. So let's say this is the text we want to use to accompany the designs, the images. Right now, you can customize text for Instagram and Facebook. You can decide that you want to post two different things. You can do all of them from this section. Now, if I decide that I don't want to post the same text, I can customize posts. So this will be for Facebook. I will now go and type for Instagram. So Instagram now can now be pushing right. May all be great in your feelings. Okay, so let's say this is the post you want to use for Instagram. Remember, this is for Instagram, right? Because you don't want to use the two, so you decided to customize. So if I look at Facebook, you can see Facebook post is welcome to the month of November, experience growth. And Instagram is wishing you the best of this new month, November. Right. So you can now, select the two posts. You can now shoot the two posts live. Okay, so you've already picked your time. Now, remember, I picked my time, Facebook, 8 a.m., Instagram, 10 a.m., right? So I can decide to change the time back, right? You can set date and time. Of course, select your time. Now, the thing here is, if I'm done, I can now schedule my post. The moment I click on schedule, the post will schedule. So whether I am awake or not, on Saturday, if I'm sleeping, maybe Saturday after the week's long journey, I'm sleeping. I can't even remember that I'm supposed to keep posts. I slept. Maybe you went to a party, you went to the club or anything, and then you came back, you were very late. You came back late, you were, drowning in sleep and all of that stuff. And then, you didn't remember, your post will go live, whether you are awake, available or not, right? You schedule your post and it's going to go live. Now, the thing is that you cannot finish it. Finish later means you're going to save it in your draft. Finish later only works when the two time are the same. So if I change this to 8 a.m., the two time are the same. I can finish my post later, right? You can see set date and time there. I can turn that off, meaning I'm not setting date and time, meaning I want to publish it immediately. But if I want to, schedule, if I publish it immediately, it's going to post to today. But I want to only schedule it for Saturday. So I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to click on schedule, and it will schedule the post, right? And your post will go live on that day. Okay, right, that's for the planner. Is there any question?
Yes, please. Hello, good afternoon. My first question goes was, okay, let her go.
Yes, go on.
Okay, my first question goes was,
For if I happen to schedule my post and then for one reason or the other my data is not on, the mobile data is not on. So what's gonna happen?
Your what?
Mobile data is not on.
You go live without your mobile data being on once you scheduled it.
Wow. Okay. Okay. Then I want to okay. I think I'll remember later.
All right. Can one create a page on LinkedIn without using LinkedIn Premium? Yes, very well. You don't need LinkedIn Premium to create a page on LinkedIn.
Okay. My other question is, could different account be managed on MetaSuite? Like different accounts. For example, maybe I then become a digital marketer, which I help other businesses. Can I also like accounts that I did not create that are pages? I manage your pages via this.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me show you. I already mentioned that earlier, but I'm going to show us again. Now, this is where, remember, I have access to all of these accounts. They are not all mine. I was granted access to this one. 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 Okay, I own that. I had access to some of them, but I manage all of them from here, right? So long as you have access to those accounts, for instance, let me show you this particular account. Let me go home. I'm done here, right? Once you click on share, your account will go live. So I'm done here. I'm going to go home. I'm going to switch their discard changes. I'm going to switch to this account. This account, I was just granted access a few days ago to this account, right? The owner just gave me access because they need me to help them set up a thing or two. Now, you can see the page. I now have access to the account, so I can manage it from my Meta Business Suite for her, right? You can see Facebook page and Instagram. So as long as the owner has already connected the Facebook and Instagram profile together, you will have access to both of them from here, right? From a Meta Business Suite. So you can manage multiple accounts at the same time, multiple business pages at the same time. Let's see, I have over how many business pages here. If I click on see online access, right? You can manage all of them simultaneously from here without any glitch. All you have to do is whenever you want to manage this particular one, you switch into that one, right? You just click on the drop down and choose the particular page you want to work on or manage at that time. Click on it, and it's going to take you straight to that page, and you begin to work on that particular page. Even if you want to run an ad, you can run your ad with one ad account, right, on the different pages at the same time.
Okay, then please, the last question I have is, can I use Meta Business Suite on my mobile phone?
Yes, you can. They have the Meta Business Suite app on Play Store and Apple Store, but there are a lot of limitations because there are some functionalities that the web has that the mobile does not have. So there's some limitations, but you might try to see if you can use it on mobile, on like web, right? But still on mobile phone, that you have to switch your phone to desktop mode, your browser to desktop mode, and see if it can work. But it's going to be very stressful. But yes, you can use it on your mobile phone very well. Just download the mobile app. Yep. So can this substitute for Buffer? Yes, it can, but it's only for Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, Instagram, and maybe WhatsApp, because that's their own platform. Buffer is more of a social media management tool that helps you manage multiple social media platforms at the same time, right? So you can manage with your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you know. But of course, I know that they have their paid and their free version. So you have to use the paid version to be able to use exclusive tools, right? But yes, it can actually work for Buffer if you only want to use it for both Instagram and Facebook at the same time. All right, so wait to see you guys are following. Yes, Deborah, your hand is up.
Please, can you hear me, please?
Hi, Deborah, I can hear you. Good afternoon.
I have a question. Concerning LinkedIn account, I need to understand that it's basically mostly on a professional level.
Can you speak up, Deborah? It's quite low.
Okay, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I think better.
Okay, okay, basically on LinkedIn, I made to understand that it's more of a professional um account when it comes to LinkedIn. So I want to ask if let's assume you have an organization and you want to pitch your product on LinkedIn, and also you as a job seeker again, how exactly can you manage such account? Because basically you're talking about we can have different accounts on a social media platform, but I'm looking at LinkedIn in this aspect. Is it advisable to have separate accounts for such? Let's assume as a job seeker and also someone who wants to teach either business on our account.
So if you feel or if you think LinkedIn is one of the best places that your business can actually thrive, then there's no harm going on to LinkedIn and capitalizing on the professional aspects of LinkedIn. Now, LinkedIn is good for certain kind of businesses, especially businesses that deal with professionals, like I mentioned earlier. For instance, you sell digital products. You have a software, you sell softwares. You sell something that organizations can use or some organizations can use. Right, LinkedIn will be the very, very, very perfect place for your business, and it's very advisable. In short, it's 100% advisable that you use LinkedIn. Right, if you sell things that, like maybe for instance, you're an organization like a fintech organization, financial tech, that maybe you do things like maybe virtual dollar cards, anything about crypto, and those kind of things that you know that these professionals can actually you know, give you, right? You can always thrive on LinkedIn, even if maybe you offer classes, right? Maybe you are a tutor on something on a particular subject matter, and you know that the professionals will most likely need your services. Then of course you can create a LinkedIn page and begin to, you know, advertise yourself on LinkedIn or advertise your business on LinkedIn, just like you do on other platforms. Promise Amara Chukwemeka, my other account is blocked so restricted. How do I sort that out? Your other account is blocked so restricted. Is it permanently blocked or temporarily blocked? Temporarily blocked, you just follow the prompts and ask for a review, and it's going to be you. They will tell you what to do, right? You will speak to a customer representative. But if it's permanently blocked, I'm afraid you might not be able to have access to that particular account again. Sorry, Amara. Permanently. They will not review it for you again most times. So it's been permanent and it's permanent. I also have one that's permanently blocked as well. So I understand your pain. What could cause that? Several factors. Maybe you needed to do a certain verification. You took time, you didn't do it. Maybe you went against their ad policy and they brought they put your account temporarily. Of course, they always put it at temporarily restricted first. Then when you fail to follow up for a review, right, then it takes too long. If it takes too long and you do not review for the temporary restriction, they will switch it to permanent. And once it was supposed to permanent restriction, yeah, either your hand is up. One is
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, Dara.
First of all, I'd like to say thank you for the training. I really enjoyed the practical work and on everything. So my question is that how do I create ad on other social media like YouTube, YouTube ad, other social media ad? Yes.
Those are different social media. Those are different platforms with their own unique ways. So if you say you want to do YouTube ad, that means you want to go through Google. What's it called now? Google. You want to use Google Ads because YouTube and Google are the same, right? So those are different platforms. So you have to use those platforms to create their own ads. So that means that's like saying you want to do Google ad. You see where you can do a video ad on Google. Then you choose YouTube, and then you can send out your YouTube ad. For LinkedIn, you have to go to LinkedIn and create your LinkedIn ad. You see where you can create an ad on LinkedIn, but LinkedIn ads are very expensive, right? Very, very expensive, and you can only pay in dollars. I think Meta ads are the only ads you can pay in Naira, right? Which I'm going to show us later, not today, because I think our class today is gone, right? Today our class is done. From our next class, I'm going to show us how we can create an ad account and how we can set up an ad on Meta. Of course, create a Naira ad account. So that is for those who are, you know, Nigerians who most likely want to use Naira. right? But every other account, LinkedIn, Google Ads, YouTube ads, all of those ads you pay in dollars, right? And I mean, paying in dollars recently, especially if you're in Nigeria, is very stressful because first you have to have a dollar card, have a dollar account, have it, all of those stuff, right? Of course, but of course now there are companies that solve those issues. So yeah, Dara, I hope I answered your question.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay. Is there any other far? I want to I want to believe that I've answered all your questions. Is this better business we found on LinkedIn? No, sir, it's not. How can you reach more people on LinkedIn for free? You have to just keep being consistent. That's it. I think someone has already answered that. Yes, thank you, Florence. Please, can someone create ads on Instagram without using this Meta Business Suite? Yes, you can. You can create your ads directly from Instagram. Go to ads or go to your Instagram account. There's if you open your Instagram account where you have your profile, there's a 3 line. Is it 3 or 4? There's at the top right of your screen, the top right hand of your screen. Right. If you click there, you're going to see ads and you can be able to push ads from there. If you say you don't want to use Meta Business Suites, of course, Meta Business Suite is the most advisable. But I mean that's alternative for Instagram. All right, so I think the admin have dropped the attendance link. I'll most likely stop here for now because if I take any other thing for that, we will not leave here today, right? And our next class, we are going to look at other things that you can do with the Meta Business Suite, especially the ads, which is to be able to set up an ad account, very first thing, to create an ad account, have a prepaid ad account, specifically a prepaid ad account. I always prefer prepaid to postpaid, and I will explain the difference between a prepaid account and an ad account in an we'll also see how to set up create an ad account and how to set up an ad on Meta Business Suite. Your ad, how you can set up your ads without on either of the platforms, either Facebook or Instagram, right? Any of the classes. Yeah. So our next class will be on Meta ads, right? How to run Meta ads. And if we have time, we can then touch some of that in the introduction of any other thing, and probably maybe Canva designs, and we'll move on from there. Or designing with Canva, I don't know. All right. So today we've successfully done social media marketing. We'll not look at what social marketing is. Of course, I touched some things from the last class. I also looked at social media marketing, a session of social media marketing platforms and tools. We looked at then we looked at the Meta Business Suite app and just a rough introduction into it. So from our next class, we'll now look at setting up Meta ads, right, and using the Meta Business Suite platform very well. So Idara, yeah.
Sir, I want to ask you if you can please resend your slide or just show your slide because I was not here from the start. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I said I want to ask if you can please show your slide again because I was not here from the side from the beginning.
Okay, can you see my slide now?
Yes, I can. Okay, thank you, sir.
This is where we started from today. Well, your class, your recorded session will be sent to you. Worry about that, right? So we said sales marketing, but today the main topic we treated today was social media marketing. That is what we right. But we started from here in online. We have the sitting look here stage. We mentioned two, and then we also mentioned the AIDA framework. That is attention, interest, desire, and action.
Hello, sir.
Hi.
Good afternoon. Please, I want to thank you for the class. And also, I want to ask, please, the first class we had on the CV and cover letter, how to write CV and cover letter, please, we were told that it would be sent to the group, samples of the cover letters and email addresses. So please, I want to ask if it will be at the end of all the classes or...
I didn't take CV and cover letter. That was not my course. That's not my area of expertise. So I'm believing that the facilitator will send it to you guys.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. Right. The
They
attendance
have
has been-
they have sent that now. That should be the first class actually. So
the attendance has been posted. I don't know who's still active for attendance. Maurice Fubara, the attendance has been posted. Right. Please fill your attendance and have a very wonderful rest of the day.
Thank you so much, sir, for the class.
Welcome.